Okay, Mr. Raccoon, just park it at the bottom of the steps here if you'd be sorting out. Bloody raccoon, oh, Jesus, right, and that, you know that's not what I meant, Mr. Raccoon, wretched swine. Ah, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and what they're sorting out, where the bloody hell's the raccoon going? Right, he's off, clearly not coming into the office today, God knows what he's doing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to have a look at a vehicle that I've owned for rather a long time, you know, and we're gonna go on into the office and take a sneaky peek. Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, inside the Maze Bank offices. Now, before we begin, I must warn you, don't speak to my secretary. She's not a cocaine-addicted trash panda, really, so there's not much point in talking to her anyway. That's what I've got to say. Go on, shut your face, you silly swine. Yeah, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wander through the computer. Now, the vehicle that we're going to have a look at for this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, as I say, I have owned for some time, but we're going to never did a video on it, so we're going to do a video on it now, and it is the Grotti Vision, ladies and gentlemen. So the Grotti Vision can be found under the Legendary Motorsport website, and there we go. Okay, sort of scrolling all the way down the page here, ladies and gentlemen. It was released some considerable time ago, you know, and there we go. That is the Grotti Vision, retailing for a price of $2,250,000, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. So that's $2.25 million, and it's rather a steep price tag, even for a Grotti, it has to be said. Okay, so there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to head on up there in the Obey Tailgater, don't you know? The Tailgater S, whatever the hell it's called. I don't own it myself. I don't believe Mr. Raccoon assures me there's an absolutely wretched vehicle, don't you know? Okay, well, be that as it may, here we are, yes, bring it on down. Okay, yes, there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Obey Tailgater or whatever, no, the Obey Tailgater, apparently not a particularly good, apparently, can't vouch for that myself, but I'll take Mr. Raccoon's word for it. Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, you know, this is the Grotti Vision, or Visione, I've got no idea, it's basically something like that, and what can we say about it? Well, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, it sort of looks like a roller skate from the future, you know, like a roller skate from the year 30,000 or something like that. Rather strange looking thing. It's very round on top and very flat on the bottom, you know. I suppose all cars are like that, really, but this car really is quite strange, but quite stylish as well. I mean, that does have to be said, ladies and gentlemen. It certainly is flamboyant, you know, in terms of what you'd expect from a Grotti. This really is the sort of thing, you know. It looks much more like a Grotti than the Italian GTO ever did, that's for certain. Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are outside. We've got ourselves two Grotti Visions, you know. Mr. Raccoon there has got his own in yellow or orange. I've got no idea. And here's mine in the red there, of course, as it is a Ferrari. And we're going to see how they handle. Okay, well, in terms of acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's faster than a Frenchman at a Paddy Foie sale, you know. I mean, it's just going to be gone like that. It's simple truth, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of handling, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's more agile than a doped-up Russian athlete of the Olympics, you know. It's just sort of, it's, you know, that nimble, you know. And in terms of top-end speed, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's sort of more rapid than the retreat of the polar ice caps, if you believe that kind of nonsense, you know. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's been scientifically proven, so shouldn't I, you know, I suppose. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on down. We're going to have a look at the stability as we go down here, and okay, it is a little slidey as one might expect from, whoops, it was sodding hell, Jesus Christ, Mr. Raccoon took a spill and a half there, didn't he? Jesus, right, are you alright, old boy? Okay, can't stop for him, you know, so we're doing the standard lap. Yes, what can one say, ladies and gentlemen? Acceleration, very good. Top end speed, as you can see, it really is flying, and the handling, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely incredible. Traction is a little bit iffy if you hit it too hard, you know, if you hit a corner too well, so there we go. But generally speaking, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's got absolutely fantastic handling, very, very responsive. Okay, an absolute delight to drive, you know, really is absolutely fantastic. Okay, well, there we go. As I say, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't the unmodified version. This has been fully upgraded across the board, you know, already. As I say, I have owned it for rather a long time. But be that as may, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send it on into a custom auto shop anyway, you know, just so to provide you with an opportunity of having a look at what can be applied to the vehicle. Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are entering the Grotti Vision, the Super, as it says there. We are going to go on into the custom auto shop, and as I say, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going through this section of the video at double speed, just in order to hurry things along somewhat, but still, you know, provide you, the viewer, with an opportunity of having a look at the different modifications that can be affected to this vehicle in terms of stylistic elements, should you then choose to go ahead and purchase the vehicle, you know. So yes, what can one say about the Grotti Vision? Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's got a steep price tag on it, you know, $2.25 million, particularly when it was released, ladies and gentlemen, was not small change by any stretch of the imagination, of course. So when it was initially released, it was a very good question, is it worth it? And of course now we've got cars that are worth a lot more than have been released, and they also perform extremely well. So the question is, was it worth it, and is it worth it still? And that's what we're going to attempt to find out, ladies and gentlemen, by putting it around the track and doing the test that we like to perform. Okay, so there we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Grotti Vision. It has been fully upgraded across the board already, as I already said, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to send it back out onto the street now and perform the standard lap alongside Mr. Raccoon with any luck, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here we are on the street, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Mr. Raccoon. He's changed his car to a wide. We've got 2 Grotti Visions fully upgraded across the board, and we're going to see, put them around the standard lap, see how they handle. Now, in terms of acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to launch you off like one of Elon Musk's terror rockets when he finally decides to take over the earth, In terms of top-end speed, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's quicker than a hooker gets passed around a football team's dressing room. It's as simple as that, And the handling, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's going to give you a faster response than licking the neck of a stranger on a bus. It's as simple as that. It really is, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we really are flying down here. It's an absolutely incredible car to drive, ladies and gentlemen. Acceleration good, top-end speed fantastic, and the handling is perhaps the best thing of all. Like I say, a little bit slidey, ladies and gentlemen, but if you get a grip for it, then it's absolutely phenomenal. Really is, ladies and gentlemen. So an absolute delight to drive around the street. The question is exactly how competitive is this vehicle, and there's only one way to find that out, So we're going to take it on up to the top speed test track, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first port of call, We've got the Grotti Vision in blue, in white, and in red there, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell am I talking about in blue? Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Grotti Vision heading on down the top speed test track. Now, just to give you an indication, what we consider to be a competitive time is about 54 seconds. So let's have a look at what we get from the Grotti Vision, ladies and gentlemen. Crossing the line there and waiting, and the time we get is 54.229. So it is in the boundaries. We've got Mr. Raccoon's 53.933 there. Okay, I'm sure you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it looks sleeker than a dolphin in a pair of cycling shorts now, doesn't it? Okay, so made a competitive time down that straight there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put it up against some other cars now and see what she can do. Okay, so the very first car that we're going to bring out on this occasion, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be another Grotti. It's the Grotti Furia. This is a car that was released after the Vision, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen? And it has 2 prices. It's retailing for either effectively $2 million, or $2.7 million, depending on whether you do the Moody Man missions or not. So the question is, were Rockstar deliberately ripping us off with that $2.7 million price mark? Is it worth 2.7 or 2.2 or just 2 million? And the answer is 2 million, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, they were ripping you off if you were wondering. Okay, so yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Furia goes down, don't you know, to the Grotti Vision. The very next car that we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, this is in a sort of brand of its own. It's made by Visor, the only one out there is Visor Neo. It's close to the $2 million mark, ladies and gentlemen. $1.875, $1,875,000, don't you know? We found it was very close, ladies and gentlemen. A very fast car. Gave the GTO a run for its money, don't you know? And so we're going to see what happens now if we stack it up against the Grotti Vision. And yes, there we go. That's what happens. It's very close indeed, ladies and gentlemen. But the Grotti Vision does indeed take it. Okay, so it's a Ducati, ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing out for the next one, the Ducati Wagner. I wouldn't say again, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very fine car, retailing for $1,535,000, don't you know? It was a very, very fine car. It was perhaps one of the best cars in the game for a time. Excellent handling, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see there, even on the outside trying to get round in front of us. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it does appear that the old girl is perhaps no longer what she was, Still a very fine car, still lives in my white collection. It's such a beautiful, my God, right, okay, it's fighting for it, but it's coming back, Jesus, okay. So really, very, very good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but the Vision is taking on all comers so far now. I think you'll agree there. The next vehicle we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, is of course going to be the True Fade Nero. Now, this retails for $1,440,000, don't you know? This is not the Nero Custom, which retails for slightly more than that. We're going to now see what happens when you put the Grotti Vision, ladies and gentlemen, up against the Nero. Okay, and it's not necessarily that close, is it, ladies and gentlemen? It does have a lead on it there. I'm sure you'll agree. So yes, the Grotti Vision, ladies and gentlemen, does take down the True Fade Nero. Rather interesting. Okay, so we're going to start taking things a little bit more seriously now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring out the Lamborghini Tigon, very interesting vehicle, this, got a very interesting ride. It's very expensive as well. Retailing at a similar sort of ballpark, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grotti Vision. This is $2,300,000, $310,000 as opposed to $2,250,000 for the Vision, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see there, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it does have significantly better top-end speed, so they were equally matched really in terms of handling, you know, and acceleration, but there is no question, ladies and gentlemen, the T-Gon's got significantly greater top-end speed and can take it across the line there. Okay, so again, ladies and gentlemen, sort of in the same sort of ballpark in terms of price, $2,375,000 will buy you the Ocelot XA21. Now, this really is a very, very fine car, ladies and gentlemen. Never made it to the position of the final Masquerade because the GTO could take it down, don't you know? But all the same, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very, very serious car. And again, on the outside, trying to overtake us and actually succeeding, unlike the T-Gon. Okay, so that really is absolutely impressive. I'm sure you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how wonderful a car the Ocelot XA21 is. Overtaking on the outside. Fantastic. Okay, well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much it. We're going to start to wrap things up, don't you know? This vehicle, if you are not aware, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we like to refer to as a serious contender, don't you know? This is, for those of you who do not know, for the hoes at home, for the uninitiated, shall we say, is the Benefactor Serrano, retailing for a price of $110,000 only, ladies and gentlemen. We refer to it as a serious contender because it can in fact take down some very, very serious cars. It would turn out, ladies and gentlemen, that the Grotti Vision isn't one of them, and in fact it isn't even close. So yes, there we go. Let's have a look where he is. There he is. There he is, coming across the line behind me. Okay, so it's time to bring out the Pagasi Zentorno. Pay no attention to the police, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing to do with us, I can assure you. Yes, it is Big Daddy Z, retailing for $725,000. It's an absolutely fantastic vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. I should also take this opportunity to point out that it has been driven by Mr. Raccoon, as are all of the other vehicles. Mr. Raccoon's name is the Bromby. He has a channel of his own. It is called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, so go find one to do that. He's got some rather good videos on there. Okay, admittedly, Mr. Raccoon, whoops, this is police. Mr. Raccoon did slide off there, ladies and gentlemen. Admittedly, he didn't take the best corner. But we can assure you we've done this tip time and time again, and we decided to use one of the police. No, either way, ladies and gentlemen, the Zentorno can't take down the Vision. Okay, and we've got a little bit of trouble here, so we're going to have to go and find Lester. Lester, where are you? Okay, so there's only one more question left, ladies and gentlemen, of course, and that question is, for the time being at least, the Grotti Italia RS6, and the question's going to be, can it beat the final Masquerade, ladies and gentlemen? The Grotti Italia RS6 is what we uphold on this channel to be the finest car on GTA Online, at least for the time being. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not looking good now, is it? Okay, so what can one say about the Grotti Vision, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, in the white, it sort of looks like the Stig's helmet to me, you know? In terms of acceleration, it's going to set off faster than a fire in a factory for children's stuffed toys, you know? In terms of handling, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's more mind-boggling than trying to understand the concept of quantum entanglement and string theory while drunk on acid in a theme park surrounded by hookers. And in terms of top speed, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's faster than the collapse of Western moral values. It's as simple as that. Okay, what can one say about it? Anyway, it's an absolutely fantastic vehicle. Is it worth the money? There's a lot of good cars out there, but my god, it's sodding hell, bloody Raccoon. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.